from time to time, and she's constantly complaining about the weather. Well, this woman here is Meenakshi Raghavan, and she is clearly not your typical grandma. Today, she is the oldest person in the world that practices Kalaripayattu. This is a traditional fighting method from South India, and it's practiced in Kalari temples, specially built for this purpose. Raghavan has been training since she was 7 years old, and although most of the girls were forbidden to practice this martial art after marriage, she kept on practicing. Today, this elderly woman is a martial arts guru. She now runs a school where she's proud to teach boys, girls, men, and women, regardless of their age. Isao Machi. Nowadays, the samurai and ninjas are something from historical films, something that was forgotten and left in the past. But not for everyone. Isao Machi still has long training sessions every day, sharpening his skills to perfection, and he doesn't plan to stop. Isao Machi was born in 1973 in Japan. Like many martial art masters, he started training as a child. As a result, today Isao is an Iaido master. It is the art of reacting to a surprise attack by counter-attacking with a Japanese sword. In addition, he's the fastest man with a sword, not only in Japan, but all over the world. By the way, these are not just random claims, but an official record included in the Guinness Book of Records. In 2011, at the Guinness World Records show in Italy, Machi cut straw mats that were rolled and placed vertically on bamboo poles. Apparently, cutting these rolls is similar to cutting human bones. Whoa, this guy is really dangerous. In 3 minutes, he was able to cut 252 mats. But this is not his only record. In an experiment on the TBS program, he challenged a tennis ball, a ball launched from a huge vacuum cannon at 708 kilometers per hour. It's hard to imagine, but Isao was able to slice up the ball that was flying straight at him. By the way, according to the rules of Iaido, the sword must be taken out of the sheath just before the strike. The blade must be hidden and be pulled out suddenly at the last moment. No wonder Isao is considered a real-life samurai. No one can match his speed. There are only a few people in the world who can handle the Japanese katana, and Isao is the most skillful of them. It's said that the master lost only once, competing against a robot in speed and accuracy while chopping up various objects. But this is easy to explain. A person, even a real samurai, is subject to exhaustion, while the machine doesn't need any rest, and obviously the accuracy of its strike is calculated by the computer. Edward Hawthorne. Evil is powerless if the good are not afraid, reads a caption under one of Edward's pictures. We like to add, evil is powerless if it has to face people like Edward. He's a US Army officer recently promoted to Staff Sergeant. He's a new officer of the Pittsburgh Police too. He's the father of 2 charming daughters, and he's practically a superhero. There are no videos of Edward catching criminals, but there are plenty of videos from his training sessions. When you see them, you realize that nobody near this guy would break the law. Intruders just run away when they see Edward on the other side of the street and just turn themselves in to the police. Internet users call him the strongest police officer and even super policeman. And these nicknames are, well, incredibly accurate. Unbelievable skills, fantastic ability, and superhero strength. We're happy for the people of Pittsburgh if their peace is guarded by such an amazing person. Tim Mann. There are many martial artists in the world, but Tim Mann stands out from the rest. Not only does this guy masterfully control his body, but he also works as a stunt director, bringing his skills to the screen. Tim Mann was born in Sweden on November the 22nd, 1979. He started practicing martial arts at the age of 8 and has been fascinated by them since then. From then on, Tim has studied various martial arts such as Taekwondo, Wushu, boxing, Thai boxing, MMA, and many others. Tim Mann man has also managed to win the Taekwondo Championship in Sweden 3 times, and at the age of 15, took 3rd place in the World Cup. Later, inspired by Hong Kong movies, he started doing gymnastics and acrobatics. Tim's always been very interested in films, which is why he started his career as a stuntman in Sweden, but something felt off. Tim couldn't help but be attracted to the East, so he packed up his stuff and went to Asia for several years, where he continued to work as a stuntman. There, Tim Man acquired experience in all aspects of staging fights and also began to take acting lessons. In 2008, he got a part in the American film Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Of course, it was a small part, but at least Tim was able to get into the movies. He still plays in films and stages battle scenes around the world today.
What are you guys doing? Come on, one more.
Mackenzie Emery. Ever since Mackenzie learned to walk, she's been interested in athletics. At 10 months, the future athlete discovered that flipping was cool, and so on. The older she grew, the more talents she discovered. She practiced gymnastics, ballet, hip-hop dancing, and tap dancing. At the age of 5, Mackenzie discovered that she was also interested in music. She started playing the piano, and at about the same time began to take karate lessons with her cousin. Soon, it turned out that karate was exactly what Mackenzie needed. Despite her young age, the girl trained hard and constantly strived to become better. At 8, Mackenzie had to quit dancing for a while. There wasn't enough time to keep up with everything, but it was a necessary sacrifice. In 2005, Mackenzie took part in a local karate competition for the first time and won. Then there were national competitions and demonstrations with weapons. Surprisingly, Mackenzie never abandoned her studies despite her busy schedule. On the contrary, the young athlete tried to go to school as often as possible and not miss any classes. Whenever she had to choose between studying and competing, Mackenzie always picked her studies. Few athletes would dare to do this, but these sacrifices did not prevent her from achieving incredible success. Mackenzie currently has 61 World Championship titles, including 14 ISCA trophies, and this is only a small part of her achievements. Now Mackenzie is 23. She keeps training, competing, and is about to graduate from college. On back in real life. Most often, characters from movies, especially those who practice martial arts, can only exist on screens. Simply because it's impossible to do all of that in real life. The human body is just unable to do some tricks. It's beyond our physical capabilities. Nobody expects people to see like Superman, right? Well, it's true, but only half true. Maybe you've heard of a Thai movie called Ong Bak. It's a typical martial arts trilogy, and we managed to find a man able to repeat all of these incredible stunts. In real life though, not on the screen. Unfortunately, we couldn't find out who he is, but what we do know is that you should not mess with him. Psst, dude, are you looking for new technologies and great gadgets? Are your thoughts focused on the future? Do you love huge vehicles and can't imagine your life without robots around you? Then visit TechZone and you'll find all this and more. The link is in the description. You interested? Great.